YouTube. What's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back with another video from Fantasy Good Sports, guys. And today's video is going to be on 5 rookie running backs that you should be targeting in your drafts in Dynasty and Redraft. So listen, I know a lot of you have already had your rookie drafts, but as far as in Dynasty, right? But if you haven't, I got 5 guys that you should be not leaving your draft without. Now, listen, I'm not telling you to draft these 5 guys in your first 5 picks. No, these are guys that you are letting the ADP fall to you. So I'm going to give you 5 guys. Now, some of these guys, you're going to have to go and kind of take them a little early. And some of these guys, you can just kind of wait and let them fall to you in your rookie drafts. Or you get ready to draft for your redraft, you'll be able to pick these guys up in your redrafts to win your fantasy league this year. So let's begin, guys. And make sure, guys, you smash the thumbs up button. Also, subscribe to this channel. This is cutting-edge content, guys. Make sure you subscribe to my OnlyFans, guys. The link is in the description. Also, you see it on the screen. So let's get started. The first guy that you should be targeting in your fantasy leagues as a rookie running back is Tyler Agholor. Yes, I said it, guys. Tyler Agholor. Now, listen. The Atlanta Falcons drafted him. Yes, they drafted him. And they cut Mike Davis right after. So listen, I got to admit this. I was high on Mike Davis and I was completely wrong. Now listen, he had all the opportunities. The first 2 weeks they tried to use him and Cordell Patterson just outboomed him. He outplayed him. So it is what it is. So guys, I was off on that. But I do got Mike Davis sitting on my dynasty teams right now, ready to, if anything happened in Baltimore, I got a running back ready to play. So, it's neither here nor there, but I was wrong on Mike Davis. But Tyler Agholor wasn't drafted in vain. They're going to use this guy. He's a big back. He like 230. He was a good back at BYU. He has good speed. I like this guy. It's all in opportunities, right? So, yes, you might say, well, Cordell Patterson's there. Well, listen, they're not going to run Cordell Patterson in the ground. Right, they're not going to run him in the ground because he faded off at the end of last year because he was getting too many carries. He was getting 10 to 15 carries a game. That's too many for a guy like Cordell Patterson, being 30 years old. But he still can be used in an efficient way. So don't worry about Tyler Agholor. Him and Cordell Patterson and Tyler Agholor could be a great tandem, right? I feel top 24. I'm not trying to say he's a top 12 or top 5 guy. If he hit that, that's great. But if he can give you top 24 value, I think Tyler Agholor is a perfect play. So, guys, yes, Tyler Agholor. Now, the next guy that I'm telling you that you should be picking up, guys, is going to be a guy that I know a lot of people are drafting him high out of the rookie drafts. And I think this guy is going to be a great player, especially in PPR formats. And this guy is James Cook. Yes, I said it. James Cook. Now, listen, I love Devin Singletary, but Devin Singletary is not a great PPR type back. He's not a great satellite back. I think he runs the ball above average between the tackles, and I think he can catch passes. But James Cook can play receiver full-time. If he was a full-time receiver, he'd just be like a gadget guy, right? He could do that and be drafted in the 3rd round. Maybe not the 2nd round, but he would have been drafted in the 3rd round as a receiver. So with this guy being able to run the ball between the tackles and get out wide and get out in space like Alvin Kamara, I'm liking this guy, and I think he is Alvin 2.0, especially with the dreads. Yes, I said especially with the dreads. So, guys, make sure that you go and pick James Cook up. And listen, I think you got to get him at the 105 if in a rookie draft, or he's going to get sniped. Or in redraft, I think you got to go get this guy in the 4th or 5th round. Yes, 4th or 5th round. Superflex, I don't know. It may be 6th round. I don't know how your Superflex is. But in a regular 1-quarterback league, I think this guy is a 4th round pick. So, guys, James Cook can run routes. No linebacker can guard him. He can line up in the backfield, and he can have manufactured targets. This is a PPR monster. This is a rookie that I think you can get great value. So, guys, don't fade James Cook. Make sure you pick him up. So, guys, the next guy that you should be picking up, and like I said, I know you probably already drafted your rookie drafts, but if you haven't, this is a guy that I think you should be getting in the beginning of the 2nd round in your rookie drafts. In redraft, I think this guy should be 5th or 6th pick. 5th round or 6th round pick, right? After James Cook that I said earlier. This guy is Damien Pierce from Florida. Yes, in the Houston Texans, they drafted him, guys. So listen, opportunity sometimes is bigger than talent. If a guy goes to a spot where a team doesn't have a certain position there or have guys competing and he can win that job, he can end up booming. Like James Robinson wasn't the best running back in the league, but because Jacksonville didn't have a running back, James Robinson started eating as a rookie. So why can't Damien Pierce do this? Now listen, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Damien Pierce, and this is the reason why you should be targeting him. At Florida, the regime changed so much. The coaches wasn't doing what they're supposed to do. It wasn't great coaching there, in my opinion. So Damien Pierce got looked over, and he never started. But the games that he played, guys, he reminded people of Marshawn Lynch. I said what I said, Marshawn Lynch. I'm not saying he's Marshawn Lynch, but this guy runs hard like Marshawn Lynch. So this guy could be a great value to pick up in the 5th or 6th round in the redraft league because he's going to be starting for the Texans. Yes, they may bring Burkhead in there a couple plays. They may bring in other guys. They may, who knows? They might bring in David Johnson. You know what I'm saying? But Damien Pierce is a young back, and I think this is a great risk. This is a great opportunity to get a back that you picked up in later rounds. This is a 0 RB target guy. So I love Damien Pierce. Guys, he has a lot of charisma. And so people want to talk about Marshawn Lynch, but that's neither here nor there. If you look at him, this guy runs hard. He runs behind his pads. Whenever you see running backs that run behind their pads, you don't have to worry about their 40 time, how quick they is. This is what running backs do. They run behind their pads. So that's an art. So he has that art, guys. So don't be fading Damien Pierce. Damien Pierce is a great pickup. So this next guy, guys, is a guy that I know he's really talented. But I like the other running back. But I'm not going to be disingenuous. I'll always be in 100. If I don't see it a certain way, it's not because I'm being fake. It's just I don't see it that way. So I just want people to know that. But the next running back, guys, that you should be targeting is Kenneth Walker. Yes, I said it. Kenneth Walker. Now, listen. I think if Rashaad Penny stays healthy, and everybody want to say, yeah, he's going to get hurt. He's going to get hurt. Okay. All right, we'll see. I mean, I'm not going to say he ain't. But I know what type of talent he is. So with the draft ADP value that he has, Rashaad Penny, I'm willing to take him there, and I'm not worried about what's going to happen. This is not a top 3 running back, right? This is like a late running back that you can pick up. But Kenneth Walker is extremely talented, and he doesn't have the injury history that Rashaad Penny has. So, guys, I have to bring up Kenneth Walker. If Kenneth Walker can go and get better in the pass protection game, he could take over this backfield if anything happened to Rashaad Penny. And if something happened with Rashaad Penny and he's not really good in pass protection, he still can get a great role. He still can get 15 carries a game. So, guys, Kenneth Walker is a guy, especially in Dynasty, that you take in with your 1 or 2, the 1-2 or the 1-3 pick, right? That's easy. I'm not gonna sit here and try to convince y'all to do that. But what I'm trying to convince you to do is to have this guy in a redraft league, you know, as a handcuff type running back, a 0 RB target guy. I'm not drafting this guy to be a 1,000-yard rusher. I think that's too much pressure and too much demand on him or expectations. But this guy just being a handcuff in case something happened to Rashaad Penny, which that's a high probability. I'm being truthful. I'm being 100. That's why I stay 100. So it's a possibility that can happen. So that's the reason why I'm telling you about Kenneth Walker. And he's a great talent, especially as he progresses in his career. So, yeah, guys, make sure you pick up Kenneth Walker. Now, the next rookie running back that you should be picking up in your redrafts in Dynasty, if you haven't drafted already, is Rashaad White. Now, listen, Rashaad White at Arizona, he looked great. It's all about, yeah, I understand he went to Tom Brady's team. Yes, I call it Tom Brady's team. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady's team. Yes, he went to Tom Brady's team, but they got rid of Ronald Jones. So if anything happens to Leonard Fournette, which he's an older back, injuries are unpredictable, but if anything happens to Leonard Fournette, who's coming in? Rashaad White. Yes, Rashaad White is coming in. So, guys, even if nothing happens to Leonard Fournette, which is not a high probability, right? Something can happen. It's a good chance that something can happen. But if nothing happens, then I think Rashaad White can still come in and get PPR targets. Yes, Gio Bernard is there. But I think that he's only going to be used in certain instances. Rashaad White, I feel like, would get 30% snaps of all the snaps in the game. I think he's going to be in at least 30% of the time because this guy is just, he can run the ball, he can catch, he got great moves in the hole. I think this guy is going to be a value guy. So this is a handcuff type guy, but you can pick him up later, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can get this guy as a handcuff, so you ain't got to worry about nobody really sniping you until you get to that round. So maybe you might want to get him a little earlier if you like this guy. That's why I don't rank these guys. I just kind of give you 5 guys and maybe a bonus guy that you can pick up if you like that guy and say, well, you know what? I got confirmation from TD. I think I'm going to pick him up a little bit earlier in case something go the way that I think it can go. So that's all I'm saying about Rashaad White. I'm not saying he's going to overtake Leonard Fournette or anything like that, but I think if something happens to Leonard Fournette, he's a great insurance. So, guys, yeah, make sure you pick up Rashaad White. So, guys, last but not least, a little bonus guy that I got for everybody. And I think people are starting to talk about this guy just a little bit. This guy's, so excuse me, I'm outside, so I know you hear the motorcycle. But the guy that I think can be it's like a sleeper, but I think he has really good value to pick up and take a chance on him, is Tyrion Davis-Price from the San Francisco 49ers. Now, listen, I know Elijah Mitchell had a great year, and he's there. He's probably going to start. But he had a knee injury, and he had a knee off-season knee surgery. So that's one thing. Secondly, is Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon, he seems smooth, got great balance, but they couldn't even put you on the field but 1 game, maybe 2 games. I don't know if I should be trusting that, right? So Tyrion Davis-Price, they drafted you in the 3rd round. I know draft capital don't matter with running backs with a Shanahan, not just Kyle or Mike, both of them. It doesn't matter. They take you in the 1st round. If you don't do good, they put you on the bench. They'll stash you like a real fantasy team. They'll stash your ass. But I think Tyrion Davis-Price being 230 and no other running backs being that size, I think he has an opportunity in preseason. And I mean preseason and mini camp and training camp. If he can show that he's a good back like Elijah Mitchell did in the preseason, then he can overtake this offense and he can have a role. I'm not saying that he's going to get all the carries, but this could be a 2-3-headed type backfield, and you just have to fill it out through the year. So Tyrion Davis-Price could be a guy that's on your bench that you filling out, waiting, and all of a sudden the opportunity comes and you got him. No waiver wire pickup, no nothing. You got him on your bench. And in Dynasty, you got him for life, right? And then he can come draft capital or trade capital for you, right? So, guys, yes, that's what I'm telling you. Make sure you get Tyrion Davis-Price. So, guys, I want to give you those guys and a bonus guy to tell you guys, rookie running backs that you can pick up. Most of these guys are 0 RB target guys where if you faded running backs, you can get these guys and maybe they have some value for you, right? So, guys, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Also, subscribe to this channel. This is cutting-edge content. You don't find content like this everywhere, guys. Most of the time, you find cookie-cutter content. D-Hop, Julio Jones. D-Hop, Julio Jones. I just don't do that, guys. I give you guys that you can pick up, and they could be a league-winning player, but they only can give you 3 weeks. But it might be in the playoffs. Look at Amon-Ra St. Brown. When you had Amon-Ra St. Brown on your team, you didn't pick him up or he's going to boom. No, you were like, oh, well, they say he could be good, so I don't know. And then T.J. Hawkinson goes down. Tyrell Williams never gets healthy. So now Amon-Ra St. Brown is through out there, and he was a league-winning championship player for 6 weeks. That's all. So guys, don't take a guy to go boom for 14 weeks. You shouldn't always look for some guy that's going to be healthy all the time, because that's going to have you being on a consensus. In order to get that edge, guys, you got to take opportunities out through your draft, but good risk opportunities, not just taking a Rashaad White in the 1st round of a redraft, right? I know you're not doing that, but you get what I'm saying. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. Peace.